and we're actually going to get right into it. Picks, ads, all of that was covered right before we got in here, so we get straight into the Smash action.
A couple of Super Mario villains duking it out. I don't think I've ever commentated this matchup. I've commentated plenty of Wario and Bowser, but
I don't even think we've had a heavy in a Frosty top 8. So this is going to be a fun one. And I'm not sure if LeoN and Loaf have
I don't believe so.
duked it out before.
They live pretty far apart, right? LeoN is from Tri-State, Loaf's from Minnesota.
But yeah, we're going to go right into Pokemon Stadium. The matchup begins as you'd expect it to. Wario getting those aerial combos on Mr. Bowser himself. It's up to Bowser, though, at these higher percents to kind of nail it down, hold these stocks as long as he can, and dish it back to Loaf.
Starting things off a little bit slowly here, just, poking and prodding against each other, but the damage is already adding up really fast for Bowser. And ooh!
Yeah. He tries to catch a landing with that grounded up B, and a little bit off the mark, he's going to get punished, and Loaf going to just race ahead in this first match of top 8 losers.
And already just continuing this ledge trap situation, this Fire Breath is what LeoN needs to bait himself out of the spot. But oh, off of the bounce of the up smash, landing hitbox, able to turn around into a back air and create a ledge trap the other way. LeoN knows that Loaf wants to jump out, and that's why you're seeing all these big up smash attempts.
Yeah, that's great awareness by LeoN in general. I mean, like, Fire Breath is something Bowser opts for a lot at ledge, so you have to react with a jump or roll something else. So it's a 50-50, but Mini Waft gonna secure another stock, really cushioning Loaf's lead right here.
And Loaf really has all of those options scouted on the linear recovery of Bowser. That's one of his biggest weaknesses, right? Especially when you have great edge guarding options and the floatiness of Wario. So, man, it's gonna be tough for LeoN to get back to the stage, and he's stuck there again. But ooh, a footstool helps him out.
Bro, Loaf terrifies me on platforms. I mean, like, I've been watching him do this all tournament. He's a shark under there, and he'll always come up, and he'll always just tomahawk with his neutral B on the platform.
Yeah, every shield is a risk when it comes to just being able to apply that bite, even just from center stage.
Right, if that boy's under me, I'm jumping every time. I'm just getting off of there. But doesn't make it back. I'm sure in his head, he thought he'd be able to, which is why he opted for that lower angle on the Wario.
The bike was sniped immediately by the Bowser forward air, and that took away a ton of Loaf's options. All of a sudden, LeoN's back in this game. Yeah,
it really was a leap of faith. And I mean, that's just the Bowser special. Wario has that same kind of X factor where you can shred stocks, but the opposing character can shred them right back. Oh my God, that could have been everything.
That could have been the game and the turnaround that LeoN needed, but instead, Loaf hanging in there, looking to catch a double dump for himself, and that dare lasts just long enough to get the hit in and set up another ledge trap.
Yeah, opted for the down throw and just Hail Married in that situation. Couldn't get the read though, and now LeoN off stage, trying to get back, fighting for his life.
Yeah, but LeoN just barely hitting the last hits of those neutral airs to help him out, but the slap of the forward tilt all the way across stadium. Even the heavy Bowser is going to fall victim to that one, and Loaf takes game one. Yeah,
Loaf had a really good performance the first half of that set. Looked very dominant and like in control. And then, I mean, LeoN showed that adaptation like instantaneous, like 4 minutes in. And while he was figuring it out, the gears were turning. I think that lead Loaf kind of cushioned for himself, really set him up for success in that game one.
Now, Loaf, if you guys are just catching up today to the like this is your first time turning into Ultimate Top 8 this weekend, Loaf lost in pools.
Really?
Loaf lost to Toad in a Game 5 set in pools that were not streamed yesterday. So this is, if you're just catching up, Lindy made the run through Globo, Draxel, Arcdice from Chicago, Raven King from Chicago, and Butter from Kentucky to make it here to top 8. So what a run so far from Loaf, and could continue here on Battlefields.
Yeah, that's a run of champions. Wario, a character who's not very apparent in this Midwest region outside of Loaf himself. So if you're not prepared, I feel like he can always sneak up on you, you know?
And comeback factor, of course, always on the back of your mind, right? But LeoN, no stranger to comebacks himself. We already almost saw it happen in game number 1, and now with the full control of Battlefield here.
Right there, duking it out. Fighting for center stage. Loaf kind of controlling it, though. Gonna take LeoN to this right side.
Yeah, the lingering hitboxes of Wario's just aerials, and the way he can drift with them. Oh, okay, going for the grab release. Is this Brawl?
Yeah, that was at least 7 pummels, and that's gonna be a stock for Loaf.
Just that dropped LeoN in just such the perfect angle for the down. And again, that multi-hit downer just seems to go cut straight through the Whirling Fortress.
Right, and if you play these characters, great back air by LeoN. If you play these characters, that's a flow chart you're used to almost every time, right?
Yeah, it seemed really practiced here for low. However, LeoN answers back.
Yeah, waits for the regular get up, hits a neutral air on that top platform, doesn't get much more out of it, and now they're fighting for that stage control once again.
That might have been, I think it was a misinput where the fire breath was going the wrong way, but it doesn't matter too much as LeoN here able to attack on a little bit more damage. But there's that platform pressure you're talking about. However, LeoN sneaks away.
Yeah, that up tilt was a little bit off the mark. It looks like he had the read, a little bit missed execution, but the waft, he had full execution there, and that's going to be a stock for Loaf.
That was at like approximately the same time that we saw waft last game
God.
at 5:30. But
Can we just talk about the call out on that up smash?
you gotta be able to have the cojones to press those Bowser smash attacks, right? You can get big punished if you whiff them, but you see the reward, right?
Right. Nothing's set in stone with this character. So the difference between a good Bowser and a great Bowser is the one that can really just feel it in his soul and hit those.
And LeoN is known for that for sure, but he's taking a battering and a bruising here on this final stop. But the turnaround up tilts.
Yeah, he's just letting them fly one after the other. But LeoN gonna get a pretty big grab here.
And LeoN's just kind of playing, he was playing zone control with the bike. He didn't want to pick up the bike, but he just wanted to take away any option of Loaf throwing the bike off the stage and then getting that resource back.
Right, and it's like if you converted it into something more, like reading an air dodge and hit it. Oh my goodness! Two up smashes!
You came from the future!
Back-to-back stocks.
You came from the future.
I'm a
and read the
prophet.
air
I'm a
dodge.
prophet. Oh my God. Sturm just squeezed the life out of my left arm. He literally took my blood pressure, and
I've seen commentators' curses before, but not like within frames.
yeah, he's
Within frames, like seconds, yes. Maybe a stock, yes, commonly, but that was just perfectly timed. And
dude,
now we're going
and that's
to game
one of
three.
those up smashes that does psychic damage. Like you're gonna be wary of that up smash for the rest of the set. And LeoN kind of has that in his pocket now, right? He can choose to use it whenever, or he can opt for other options. But, I mean, since Wario is airborne so often, it's shown that it is an option you need to utilize a lot in this matchup.
You need to swat that little fly out of the sky. Wario is a heavyweight, but he does not move like a heavyweight in the air. He's just so drifty.
Right.
So ambiguous, especially just with all those areas linger and linger. Oh,
Right.
jump right over him.
He's basically a heavy Jigglypuff with a motorcycle.
Oh, and we'll see the regular Jigglypuff a little bit later in this top 8.
True. Shout out Base Mage. And look how much slower they're playing this one. They're not throwing out any unsafe moves, but the fact that they both have a command grab makes these platforms so much scarier for both of them.
And I love using that Bowser Bomb to the ledge. If you time it perfectly, you see it can read the jump. You can time it for a ledge trump attempt and then go for an aerial off of that if you like, if they linger too long.
Yeah, that's one of those things you have to play a character a crap ton to be proficient with. Otherwise, like if you get shulk on random or something and you like backslash trying to snap the ledge, you're gonna miss every time. It's kind of funny. Chucks the bike, a little proximity projectile, but Loaf retaliates, takes center stage for himself.
I think the bike exploding saved Loaf from getting shield poked there in that instance, but what a turnaround back air. First options aplenty here from LeoN, who takes a commanding lead in game number 3.
Dude, LeoN is just a menace at this ledge, and I think that's where Loaf's been bleeding out the most this set. No up smashes required. He's just been showing a really clear mastery of how Wario needs to get back on stage. But as I say that, Loaf finds his way back into this set.
That's the interaction he needed to just stop the bleeding for now, and as long as you can get this Bowser off the stage a second time, that's a recipe for success for sure.
Yeah, and then maybe even a third time after that.
And we might see another waft here. Oh, full waft just came online,
Ooh,
and there you go, but the wrong hitbox connects, and instead, LeoN just kind of floats lazily to the top of the last one, but zero to death, I suppose, cannot be stopped regardless.
Loaf rolling with the punches, not letting that hitbox really
What a
fight
comeback.
him. Yeah, no, and now he's holding stage. Like, he turned this 1-3 stock lead into a 1-1 stock game where he's in control. And that is just sheer determination as Loaf continues to stay in control.
Oh, but what a great combo here, right back for LeoN, who's showing signs of life on the last stock. Gets a ledge trap for himself.
Right, LeoN with these decisive crouches.
The wheelie helping out. And now the forward tilt could decide the game, so you can see LeoN fishing for it a little bit, but...
Ooh, expects the regular get up, doesn't quite get it. And that F tilt is just gonna take us home. All that clawing back done by Loaf just to get punched at the ledge. If you're Loaf, how you feeling right now, Sim?
If you're Loaf...
Are you optimistic still? What's up?
You know, Loaf did show some of that veteran, like you said, you know, you can tell when someone's put thousands and thousands of hours on a character, right? Like, he goes for the full waft combo. It whiffs on the hitbox, and, you know, a less experienced Wario player, right? They'd be like, oh, man, I had it and I lost it, and then they would drop it. But instead, he continued the 0 to death off to the left side, almost as if that was like his plan the entire time, right? So he showed his composure in that stock, even just when his string was interrupted by the wrong hitbox. So I think he'll show that same composure here in Game 4 when he's trying to make this 2-game comeback.
Yeah, that W or not, that 0 to death on the second stock's going in the highlight reel.
Oh yeah, that is the clip of the set so far.
And this first stock here, 5 up airs straight, might need to go in there too. Finds his way in, he ducks and weaves around the forward tilt this time.
Yeah, Wario's air drift coming absolutely in the clutch to avoid that Bowser back air after he upbeat a little bit too high to the stage. Slowing things down a bit. As soon as I say it slows down, there's just a back air coming right to your face, Loaf, and then you're down one more stock.
Yeah, and that's one of those back airs where, I mean, you had nothing to go off of. You're swinging into a spot where you think they'll be, and it's usually semi-calculated to an extent, but it was a very good call out by LeoN.
And now this is that situation, but what a great tech to keep LeoN alive here. That looked like this Bowser was done, but instead...
That interaction was very baffling, and that back air, even more baffling. But if you're Loaf, you're taking that to the bank.
Oh, and yeah, you get to turn around for a quick 0 to 40 combo. And the string continues. There is another waft online, and okay, it's just the mini waft. Good for damage, but not going to KO in any sense of the word.
Right, that's one of those situations where it's like, I don't know Wario that well, so I'm wondering what else converts in that situation. But I'm wondering if saving for a medium or even large waft on this last stock could show to be more beneficial.
I think it was just a matter of timing. He actually started that combo too early on the clock. Like if he had started it like 10 seconds later, it would have been a medium waft.
Oh, I see.
Oh, but that get-up attack is prime pickings for the back air out of shield.
Yeah, he's going to pay the price. But Loaf coming straight off of that Halo platform, swinging.
This could be Loaf's last lease on life in this bracket. The loser's run of destiny could end right here if LeoN has his way.
Oh my goodness!
Oh! Return to sender.
Yeah, that was an X Games bike trick. I can't even lie. Shout out to Loaf, but now he's bleeding out on this last stock. He's really got to nail things down if he wants to remain in the tournament.
Okay, taking a little bit of solace under that platform as LeoN was sharking for another one of those fast-falling back airs as a burst option to end this game immediately.
Yeah, while these platforms are terrifying if there's a command grab, they're also bomb shelters against these characters too.
And now slowing things
nice
down
little bunker to hide under. Yeah, they're both just fighting for center, taking turns shielding one another's unsafe aerials. Loaf finds his way back, gets the hitbox on the up B.
Now a backdoor resets, potentially. The ledge trumped to back air, and okay, how far are you going to go here, Loaf?
Loaf wants a game 5. He's going to find that game 5 too if he can just take things slow, but he whiffs the waft, and LeoN punishes accordingly.
Looking for, I think, either a roll or just a shield held a little bit too long, or maybe the start of a jump. Those were the ideas, but then I think he full hopped instead of short hopped the waft, and that's going to cost you. Just living on the razor's edge, you miss input by just a little bit, and LeoN will make you pay.
Those wafts came back to find him that set, but he played it really well. And it's one of those things where if there wasn't the miss input, or if that one read was just a little bit more on the mark, that was his set too, you know?
Good stuff to Loaf, who again has made a pretty great loser's run to get all the way to top 8. It's pretty rare to see someone lose in pools and then make it the whole way. But his run will end here today as LeoN takes out a Midwesterner. There's a couple more for him to go if he wants to win this bracket. So we'll wish him luck later on. But I believe we're going to go to the other side of losers next, if I had to guess. Icon versus Ned.